Heisman Trophy Travis? Is it time? Is it time to start talking Heisman Trophy? I say why not? Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, as we know, Colorado won their first game on primetime television. Big noon kickoff. Fox Sports, it was Fox Game of the Week. They won 45-42 over TCU. Now, the question that came after the game naturally, after you have one guy that stars both ways, catches 11 passes, goes for over 100 yards receiving on offense, and also catches the game sealing interception and dropped another one, you got Travis in that Heisman Trophy conversation. You have your quarterback who threw for over 500 yards, four receivers all go for over 100 yards, four touchdown passes. You got a Heisman Trophy talk with Shedeur. Remember, there was the Shedeur Sanders at Jackson State Heisman campaign. And now this is realistic. Jackson State, it wasn't. It wasn't realistic. They weren't going to give it. You're just not actually, you don't qualify for the Heisman Trophy at an FCS program anymore. And so now the Heisman Trophy talk is real. Let's go over them and take a look at this article written by Buffs Beat over on Sports Illustrated, SI article on the Buffs Beat, and it talks about the Heisman odds and how they've drastically changed for both Shedeur and Travis. It says Colorado's Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter move up in Heisman odds after TCU win. Shedeur Sanders had a record-setting day in Fort Worth on Saturday. The Jackson State transfer became the first Colorado quarterback to throw for over 500 yards. He's also the third Pac-12 passer to accomplish the same feat. It was a great showing for the Buffs in Deion Sanders' FBS debut with a 45-42 win over TCU. Sanders worked his way up the Heisman odds while putting the college football world on notice. He started the day 66-1. Those were the odds for Shedeur going into the TCU game. 24 hours later, those odds moved to 20-1. Pretty drastic move. For the recognition, Travis Hunter was officially added to the Heisman hype. The two-way stud is currently listed with 40-1 odds. He became the first college football player in 20 years with a touchdown and interception in the same game. Before he took the field, the odds were 100-1. Now they're listed at 50-1. I've seen them as low as 18-1 now for Travis. This article's not 100% correct for all the books. I've seen Travis at 18-1 now. And in all honesty, with the style of game that Travis has a flashy game. To win the Heisman, there's a couple of things that have to go into account. One, your game has to be somewhat flashy. It has to be appealing to the eye. A lot of Heismans go to quarterbacks. And so if you're going to be someone outside of a quarterback to win the Heisman, a running back, a wide receiver, Devontae Smith, a two-way guy, cornerback and wide receiver, you have to be dynamic. Devontae Smith was dynamic. He had one of, if not the single greatest wide receiver season at Power 5 high-level SEC football. That's why he won the Heisman. He had 20 yards in the first half of the national championship game. The man was nasty the year he won the Heisman. The last non-quarterback to win the Heisman was who? What? Derrick? The last running back to win the Heisman was who? Derrick Henry? Was it Derrick Henry? And Derrick Henry was nasty. Derrick Henry was a dog. He was a beast. He was running through folks, averaging 150, 170 yards a game in the SEC. That's how you win the Heisman. So there's a couple of things that work in Travis's favor. One, he plays both ways. Just something you don't see. He starts both ways. He don't play some of the time on offense and all the defensive snaps, or some of the time on defense and all the offensive snaps. The man literally plays every play on offense, every play on defense. He only gets a break during special teams. That is going to put you on Heisman boards. If you play, because it's one thing to play both ways, it's another to make an impact on both sides of the ball. Think about this. He had an interception. He dropped another one. He should have had two. He had 11 catches for over 120 yards and dropped a touchdown. He dropped the bomb, or would have had 150 yards. So he makes an impact on both sides of the ball. He's dynamic. He's a flashy player. He does things that other folks just can't do. That's also a part of winning the Heisman, especially if you're not going to be a quarterback. He does things other guys just can't do. I already mentioned the fact he plays both ways, both all the time. Then he just makes plays going up over the top. Even the touchdown, the touchdown that was a touchdown. I thought it was a touchdown. They marked off the board. That was just as spectacular as any other play that he made, and it didn't even count. He had one touchdown drop and another one that was just nasty that they said he didn't have control. That was a touchdown that didn't even count. And these are the type of plays that people remember. These are the type of plays that get you Heisman Trophy votes. These are the type of plays that say, hey, we're watching a generational talent. We have to give a generational talent an award that he deserves. The only thing that'll stop him is the record. Colorado goes out there and win 8-9 games. You'll see Travis Hunter in New York. If Colorado goes out there and wins 8 to 9 games, you will see Travis Hunter in New York. Why? Because the only way that they can win 8 to 9 games is if Travis Hunter is a Heisman type of player. And not just Travis. It also is going to depend on the Shedeur. You got to think. Both Travis and Shedeur come from an FCS program, an HBCU, Jackson State. If you watched them at Jackson, you knew that this was possible. You just knew that they were playing FCS ball, not FBS, that their abilities are the same. These dudes, you know a player when you see a dude. You know a dude when you see a dude. And I've said it since Travis Hunter first touched the college football field. He is a dude. I don't care what level it is. He's a dude. I know I've been watching the game for too long. I know what the dudes look like. He's one of them. He's one of them. And Shedeur is as well. And so, like I said, with Shedeur, if they win 8 or 9 games, you will see him in New York, because the only way that they can win 8 or 9 games is if Travis Hunter is a Heisman type player and if Shedeur Sanders is a Heisman type player. He will be in New York. He will have a legit chance of winning that trophy. He will have a good chance of taking it home. They win 8 or 9 games. One of them's winning it. It ain't about if they can win it at that point. Right now, we can say, can they win it? Because they've only won one game. They've only played one game as Colorado Buffs. If they win 8 or 9 games, one of them is winning the Heisman. You don't go from 1-11 to 9-3 or 1-11 to 8-4. 90 new players on your roster. New head coach, first time coaching at the FBS level, and do that. Beat ranked team. Because if they win 9 games, they will have to have beat several ranked teams. They have 5 ranked teams on their schedule. They just beat one. They still have USC, Oregon State, Oregon, and Utah all on their schedule. We saw what Utah did week 1. They beat Florida, an SEC team. We saw what Oregon State looked like. They looked awesome week 1. They won 10 games last year. You saw Oregon. Oregon scored 81 points in their first game. You saw USC. USC's got the reigning and the favorite to repeat as a Heisman Trophy winner, the generational quarterback, and Caleb Williams. So if you pull off 8 wins, 9 wins, and a 5-team ranked schedule, no. One of your guys, it's not about if one of them can win it. One of them will win the Heisman if you're able to do that. We still have 11 games left in the regular season to find out if that's possible. But this is one hell of a start. This is one hell of a start for Travis to catch 11 balls for 120 yards and an interception in the same game. For Shedeur, first game, 510 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, completion percentage at 75% for a game. In a game, he almost threw 50 passes. I think he threw 47 passes, completion percentage over 70%. Yeah, you deserve to be on Heisman boards. You deserve to get the hype that you're getting in Travis for the whole world to see on Big Noon Kickoff on Fox Sports. Probably the highest rated game in that time slot with the fans in Fort Worth, because you were on the road, by the way, on the road, talking to you before a game, telling you, saying you're overrated, saying you're not worth the hype, saying, what is all this about? Who is this Travis Hunter guy? And for you to go out there and do that, yeah, doggy, you different. You different, dog. You different. Shedeur, you different, doggy. You different, bro. Them dudes is different. And them dudes, one of those dudes, they win 8 or 9 games. One of those dudes, we won't be talking about if they can win the Heisman. We'll do a poll on here who should win the Heisman, either Shedeur or Travis, because if that's the case, that means both of them had Heisman type seasons. It's yet to be seen, but they're off to a damn good start. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you believe Shedeur and or Travis Hunter will win the Heisman Trophy? Could they actually win the Heisman Trophy? Should they be the favorites? That's another thing. Should they be the favorites after week 1 in the Heisman Trophy race? I don't see why not. I mean, Caleb Williams, he's the reigning champ, so yeah, he's at the top of the board. But those two are 2 and 3. Those two are 1A and 1B, or 1B and 1C, right there after just 1 week performance. Now, it's hard to judge. Let's wait till we get 6 games in, 7 games in, 10 games in. But after 1 week, yeah, they should be at the top of the board. They should be at the top of the board because they play that well in front of that on that stage that they deserve to be right at the top of the board. Travis told us before the season. He said, yo, number 1 is me. Number 2, Shedeur. Number 3 is Caleb. All he did was go out and show why he believes that at the end of the season, this is a Heisman loading type of season. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. That is on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.